Hey everyone, more great news from the PPC. Yeah, liberty is definitely rising in Canada, and it makes me feel so good to know that yes, more and more Canadians are jumping on board to support Maxime Bernier and the People's Party of Canada. It's time, folks. Like I say, I don't care which side of the political aisle you come from, or even those of you, or especially those of you who have been non-participants in the voting process for many, many years. Hey, I know all about it. I was one of those people too. Well, actually, I still am up until October of this year. I've only ever voted twice in my lifetime. Why? Because yeah, I'm not a big fan of picking the lesser of evils or choosing one party to get rid of the other. To me, I always seen that as a race to the bottom. I mean, picking lessers of evils just means you're still always getting evils. Now, I believe in standing on principle. If I'm going to support politicians, and that's the other thing, I don't think politicians are the one that's going to bring about any genuine liberty or freedom or change the culture of this country. No, that's going to happen from grassroots, by leading by example from each and every one of us. Like I say, culture is the leader. Politics usually tends to follow suit. Politics is always downstream of culture, and culture is affected by, you know, the things. You know what affects your culture? You know, whether it's church groups, religious institutions, media, you know, television, radio, movies, books, theatrics. I mean, a lot of things affect the culture of any particular society or country. Politics, you know, politics is all about, you know, using the gun in the room. Yeah, I guess you can affect culture by constantly using the gun in the room, right? But that's not a proper way. No, leading by example, doing the right thing, instilling good morals, values, and ethics, and being principled along the way, and making sure that everyone is equally held to account, as well as equally promoted and respected based on their merit or their competence. That is a recipe for success, not just for your own personal success, but for success of a family, of a community, or ultimately an entire country. And that's why I support Maxime Bernier and the People's Party of Canada. The policy platform respects the kind of things that I respect, and ultimately I think is what most people respect. But yeah, congratulations, PPC. You are now officially registered. And that's the thing. Like, people were already willing to pony up. I was one of them. Throw some money and help support the PPC party so that they could start to grow. Because, yeah, you need money, folks. You know, as much as we wish otherwise. But no, you need money to function in this world. Sorry, that's just a reality. I know a lot of people wish that wasn't the case. But no, that's a reality. And for an upcoming political party, you're definitely going to need not just the people's support as far as promoting, advertising, and word of mouth, or showing up at the ballot box, but you also need to donate some coin, right? Because, like I say, money. Now, it doesn't have to be a whole lot of money. We live in the age of information. In the digital era, you don't have to spend the kind of money that some of these political strategists or campaigns used to do in the past. Nowadays, if you're smart, if you're wise, and Maxime Bernier and the People's Party of Canada, I think they're getting much better at things. You can use social media and the internet to propagate your message at a fraction of the price that it used to cost to do it through the establishment media, right? Like I've said in the past, the gatekeepers no longer have control. The lock's been busted and the gate's been flung wide open, and we're taking full advantage of the fact that some of the old dinosaurs or the establishment haven't quite figured that out yet. Anyways, headline out of CTV News: Bernier's new party rakes in $300,000 in one weekend, party officials say. This is being reported by the Canadian Press, January 21st, 2019. Ottawa, Canada's newest national political party, is laughing all the way to the bank. On Friday morning, the People's Party of Canada became officially registered with Elections Canada, allowing it to start issuing tax receipts for donations. In the hours since, the party has raked in more than $300,000. I'll just tell you, that's less than 3 days from the time that it was done till this report is being done. That's less than 3 days, folks. I mean, just think about it. $300,000 in just basically a couple days. That's an impressive achievement and accomplishment, even for like an established party. But this is a brand new entrant on the political stage. Think about what that means, folks. And we've still got lots of time between now and October to build up even more economic and financial support. And like I say, that'll help. That's definitely something that's needed. But in addition to the economic support, think about all the other things that we can do on a daily basis. I know myself, I'm constantly now trying to think of ways that I can help promote the PPC, Maxime Bernier, and help to put this country on a path to genuine individual rights, freedoms, and liberty. I yearn for the day when divisive identity politics and using preemptive force and violence as a means to sexually plan each other's lives or to manipulate or dictate our social and economic livelihoods. I yearn for the day. I can't wait for the day when hopefully we start pivoting away from that mentality, that kind of psychology, and start adopting a more live, let live mentality and respecting each other's individuals and just having some baseline ground rules and principles that we all should abide and follow. That's the precipice. That's the foundation. That is the starting point for a truly prosperous, healthy, and vibrant society. Party spokesman Martin Massé says that brings the party's fundraising to nearly $1 million since Maxime Bernier announced he was leaving the Conservatives to start his own party at the end of August. Massé says that puts to rest the accusations that the People's Party is a vehicle for one person with very little actual support. We got in 3 days what we raised in the last 3 months, says Massé. Massé said there were definitely people waiting to donate until they could get tax receipts for doing so. So yeah, of course a lot of people waited till now to donate because yeah, who likes being robbed? Every time you go to purchase something, any kind of economic transaction, there's nothing worse than seeing the mafioso, I mean big government, taking a chunk out of that, right? And they'll use that chunk as a means to oppress you or to pay off their lackeys or their mindless enforcers or their corrupt political counterparts. I mean, that's the thing. They're robbing you and they're using the money that they rob from you to socially and economically enslave you. I mean, how immoral is that, folks? But yeah, of course, a lot of people waited till after the registration process as far as going through the election candidate and making everything on the up and up and legit so that they could get a tax break and not see a chunk of their donations taken and given to the government. Yeah, a lot of them did wait to that point. Anyways, I'll place a link to this article in the description of the video below. But kudos to the PPC, kudos to Maxime Bernier. And like I say, things are definitely looking up for the People's Party of Canada and for all Canadians, whether they support the party or Maxime Bernier or agree with anything what we say. At the end of the day, even those Canadians who refuse or choose not to support the PPC or Maxime Bernier, even those people will benefit if Maxime Bernier achieves any amount of success in 2019. How lucky for them. It's Canadian Libertarian, and I love liberty.